realizing year-round schooling has become a big part of our education system. According to a recent report by the Congressional Research Service, the number of year-round schooling has increased by 29%, or 764 schools, since 2007. It's a modern system that moves away from the ancient system that was made only to serve as a way for children to help on the farms. Year-round schooling has many benefits and should seriously be considered as the future of American education. Before I continue, let me explain exactly what a year-round system is and how it's structured. With this kind of system, you don't have more days of school. You still have the same 180 days of school found in a traditional system. The most common way is to have 45 days of school and 15 days off. Another way is 60 days of school and 20 days off. So basically, after every quarter of school, you get a little bit more than 2 weeks off. Days off will cover Christmas, Thanksgiving, and more, and you have over a month for summer vacation. One of the major reasons to switch to year-round schooling is because how the frequent breaks benefit the faculty and the students. Think about it this way. Imagine you were running on a track. So imagine when you first start, you're usually full of energy and you feel confident about finishing. However, as the race progresses, you probably get more tired and less confident about finishing. Perfection suddenly becomes a secondary priority. Now, imagine running that same race a second way. After every lap you run, you take a 5-minute break. With this method, you're most likely to be more energized throughout the whole run and feel that burst of energy you had in the beginning throughout the whole race. This makes perfection more key to happen. With this system of frequent breaks, kids get a pause from the frequent homework and constant stress with the chance to regroup and refocus. These frequent breaks also allow teachers a break and more time for grading and planning. Another benefit with year-round schooling is the better use of time. Since there isn't a long 3-month summer break, kids are less likely to lose less information and avoid the summer slide. A research done by NAYRE shows that kids lose 2.3 months of knowledge over the summer. This summer slide can be avoided since breaks are shorter and allowing teachers more time to go over material.
Don't you think with the 2-week breaks, they'd have to refresh at the beginning of the week, and then they'd have to be rushed to get all the information in?
Well, yes, of course they would have to go over material, but compared to how much time they have to spend over that 2.3 months of knowledge, it doesn't really compare. Okay, another opportunity with year-round schooling is a multi-tracking system. A multi-tracking system is when students have staggered breaks of school. With this kind of system, a school's capacity and number of students can rise by 33%. This is economically more beneficial and can hold more students for a fraction of the cost. This is possible since you're using the same resources and the same school for a larger group of students and have to avoid spending money on building a new building like they have to for a Dow. This system makes sure you get the maximum use of your faculty and actually spends less on salaries since you have to appoint less teachers and faculty. For example, Prince William County School District in Virginia saved an estimated 4.2% in faculty costs and 4.1% reduction in per pupil cost on a multi-tracking system.
So most people have heard their teacher complain about the lack of money they make and how they're not making a lot of money and stuff like that. So it'd be understandable that they would want to take on a second job. And there's statistics that show this, that every 1 in 5 teachers have a second job and 52% of North Carolina educators have a second job. But how would they take on a second job if they're constantly in school and always working? And if they did take a job, it wouldn't be a stable job because it would only have 2 weeks. Yes?
Well, that's the thing with year-round schooling. You don't have to take a second job. Since they are teaching for, if they are doing multi-tracking, they're usually teaching for longer and do get paid more, so they don't have to take that second job.
Well, most year-round schools are normally paid the same as traditional schools, and that's what my next point is. Most year-round schools are paid, the teachers are paid the same as traditional schools, and the Bureau of Labor Statistics estimated that school teachers year-round and traditional earn an average of $56,062 per year for their job. And year-round schools, they have a schedule, it's multi-track, as she said earlier, where they release their students on a break, and teachers are constantly moving from classroom to classroom, and this can be exhausting for a teacher and more stressful. Also, to add to the stress, the year-round school schedules can have an effect on the teacher's family life. It can make it harder to schedule vacations and stuff like that. And if their kid went to a traditional school, because you can't really control where your kid goes to school, they would have to pay for a babysitter or a what's it called, summer school or something like that. Thank you.
Okay, then speaker one, you got 60 seconds to judge.